Gary Slyman, President and Founder of Great Transition Strategies. Today's topic, what do leaders do? How do leaders do it? Think of the best leader you ever worked with. Put a picture of them in your mind, and I want you to think about, why did you follow that individual? What was it about them? How did they come across to you that you wanted to be led by them and you really enjoyed to be part of their team? I'm going to say the number one element that attracted you or made you want to follow them was that you trusted that individual. Leadership is a bond of trust. It's a bond of trust between the leader and those being led by them. You trust them. They said it, she said it, you're going to follow. You're going to follow them because you know what they said you could take to the bank. So it's about a bond of trust. So how do you build that trust? Coming from the Armed Forces officer, it's a book publishing project I was on. In our chapter on leadership, we talk about there's 4 elements that help a leader build that trust. And those 4 elements are: set the example, set and enforce the standard, build and sustain morale, and exhibit moral courage. Those 4 elements. So think about that leader and think about you. How well do you hit each one of those? And we'll hit them real briefly in a little more detail. Set the example. Easy. How many people have you talked to or in our minds, if we're a leader? I lead by example. You follow what I do, you're going to be good. Follow my example. That's an easy one. Set and enforce the standard. Leaders set the vision. Hey, this is where we're going. This is what we want to do. That's the vision. That's the standard. But now, when that standard's set, how well do they hold people to the standard? Ever been in an organization? Yeah, that's what they say, but don't worry about it. They're not going to hold you to that. Or, well, you better do what they told you. Yep, you're going to be held to account on that. Set and enforce the standard. And a lot of times that the enforcement comes across negatively. Doesn't have to be. Great leaders are tactful. They have the tact to be able to enforce the standard well. I've had one of those great leaders where you came out of the office and thought, wow, never raised your voice, never got mad, but I feel like I was really chewed out for not accomplishing what we needed to. Set and enforce the standard. Next, build and sustain morale. Everyone loves to be in a place where people are happy, they come to work. And I've seen organizations, I was even in one last week, where the organization was okay, but they weren't really happy to be there. People didn't greet each other. It was like, hey, how's it going? What's going on? It was, they're getting things done. All right, but they're not really united together. It does take a unique leader to be able to bring people together, get their morale up, and then keep it through good times and challenging times. And now think about COVID. How well did you do that? How well did your leader do that for you during COVID? Challenging times. Build the morale and keep it high throughout. Last, exhibit moral courage. That's probably the biggest trust builder of all. That individual stood up for what was right, and they took it all the way to the mat and said, nope, we're not doing that because, and these are the reasons. The moral courage to be able to not bend to all kinds of other pressures that are out there on that leader right now. No, we're doing this. This is why we're doing it, and I'm holding it. So really the concept, build trust every day. You put money in that trust account every single day. It's happening. Set the example, set and enforce the standard, build and sustain morale, exhibit moral courage. When you see that, so think about the leader as we went through that. Could you check those things off, each one of those items? How are you doing on each of those? And what are you doing to do that for your team? Thanks for listening. Hope you found that helpful. I look forward to an opportunity to help you be the most effective leader you possibly can. Thanks.